cultural heritage to our resilience and resourcefulness, Nigeria boasts an uncommon diversity and uniqueness.
Oh yes, we are most time defined by our tenacity, for our ability to thrive in the face of our diversity, our warmth, our hospitality, and our entrepreneurial spirit. But the truth of the matter is, what does it mean to be a Nigerian?
Is it about our passports or accents or our cultural practices, or is it something deeper, a shared sense of values, history, love, and community spirit? All this and more is what we're showcasing on Weekend Deal today. We're reaching you only on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. I am Thelma Obaze, and I warmly welcome you. Are you a patriot? Are you a true Nigerian? Well, I am.
Indeed, Thelma, you are. We are hoping that our conversation this morning will broaden our understanding and challenge our assumptions on who a Nigerian truly is and what it means to be a Nigerian. We would love to hear from you. You know how we do it now. We'd love you to join this conversation as the show progresses. Please join this conversation. I am Patience Eloyi Abba, and it's time for us to join another true Nigerian in the newsroom for the AM News. Ayo, good morning to you.
This is Weekend Deal. Yesterday was all about Think Nigeria by Nigeria. Today we're celebrating and highlighting the true Nigerian, and Prospero ushered us in a very magnificent way earlier. Let's see his profile and know who he truly is. One thing I'm sure of, he indeed is a patriot.
Welcome to the Weekend Deal. Fellow Nigerians, I have come with a message. It's gonna be alright, alright. See, I know you've been going through a lot of things, but I just know it ain't gonna take no long time now before everything's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around for your good. You better believe. You better believe. Everything is turning around for my good. Declare everything is turning around for my good, and everything is turning around. Yeah. When the Lord turned around the captivity of Zion, we were like they had a dream. That is how it's gonna be. You better believe that everything is turning around for me, and everything is turning around for you, and everything is turning around. when the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. So you gotta be tougher, and you get help, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. 'Cause the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's gonna be okay. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's gonna be okay. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Yeah, just believe. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, just believe. Just believe. It's gonna be okay.
Well done. The grass is green, and I'm like, green is the color of Nigeria. Why else are we wearing green, Thelma?
Indeed. From MC Osh yesterday, now to Prospero. Totally an amazing compilation for the weekend. And even our retinue of guests, you know, celebrating our sister yesterday, Ruth Agwele, celebrating Cleopatra, celebrating even the prayer people, the Jehovah Witnesses. And of course, we had our honorable and our brother, Alhaji Sani Garba. It was quite an interesting lineup.
Yes.
Do you know, people were telling me yesterday about Cleopatra remembering Burna Boy's song,
that's amazing.
Balotelli.
Yes, right, the telly.
And she did say she'll keep on watching NTA. So we say hello to you, our star. Keep enjoying NTA because you were here yesterday. The whole world is talking about you today. So we love you, and I'm sure you love us too.
Oh, yes, we do. And when they say who is a true Nigerian, okay, so when they say who is a true Nigerian, sometimes, is it because we call every seasoning Maggi? Or is it because every detergent is Omo, regardless whatever name it is? So is it that what makes us Nigeria, or there's more to us? Is it our resilience? Sometimes that, I don't even know if this resilience is positive or negative, but what exactly makes us Nigerians? Tijani will be telling us in the background there. Check it out. Why?
Nigeria together to become a better home.
Patriotism and national identity became synonymous with being dressed in green and white. Yours sincerely is equally not left out in this patriotic endeavor of flaunting the national identity. However, running into this young man, whom I eventually got to know is popularly called Dan Nigeria, meaning Nigeria's son in English, gave me a totally new dimension to this whole phenomenon. For him, he said, dressing in green and white is not an occasional thing, but an everyday affair.
I started dressing like this since I was 10. This color, green and white, is my favorite color. That is why anytime, any day, I wear green and white.
Born on 1st of February 1985 in Achingi local government area of Kano State, Ibrahim Sayadi Madaki, also known as Dan Nigeria, practically breathes, wears, eats and rides on a motorbike painted in the Nigerian national colors. His fire of patriotic devotion to fatherland burns bright and reflects in virtually every possession of his. A devoted Muslim, Ibrahim brings even to his praying mat the crave to carve a lasting Nigerian identity anchored on his firm belief that to respect and honor the Nigerian national colors is not idolatry, but a practical demonstration of patriotism. Married and blessed with 2 lovely children, Hafsat, Ibrahim's wife, appears to have also joined in, and his daughter Maryam is equally not left out. Call her Nigeria's granddaughter, or Jikab Nigeria in Hausa, and you are not wrong. After all, her father is Dan Nigeria, Nigeria's son. From the days he had only bicycle till date on his national colors painted motorcycle, Ibrahim Madaki's unrivaled self-styled devotion to the colors green and white attracts attention wherever he goes. This has also earned him goodwill from several admirers who adores the way he respects, honors, reveres and promotes the national flag and colors. While some other people view his everyday adornment of the green and white colors as weird, Madaki is of the strong conviction that he will continue to express his undying Nigerianness this way, irrespective of what some people think.
Because I love my country. Because Nigeria is my country. I don't get any country about Nigeria. And this is the way I choose to show love my country.
Ibrahim is gainfully employed.
And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
Well done, Tijani Yahaya. Anything Yahaya puts his hands to, you can be sure to be excellent. And of course, celebrating his country and the patriots therein is one thing I know he did with pride and dignity. Well done. You're watching Weekend Deal. Are you a true Nigerian? I know one thing we have is that never say die spirit. Well, Semben was out on the streets talking with true Nigerians. Let's get their take on the meaty matter.
True characteristics of a good Nigerian is when us citizens can be held accountable for the actions, and also when we exhibit selfless nature in times of like trying times or need, like trying to help others.
Characteristics of a good Nigerian: your hospitality, your strong work ethic, the way you treat people at work, the way you communicate with people, the way you associate with everybody, the way you treat people around you. Maybe if someone is in need of help, the way you, even if you can't help the person at that particular point, the way you're going to approach and answer the person, at least is going to encourage the person.
A good Nigeria should stand in unity no matter what we are going through. We should stand in unity.
A good Nigerian set of people who keep working, who aren't just stagnant, but keep working towards see what they can do to make Nigeria great.
You know, as a Nigerian, even though we face trials, difficulties, we still always keep on going. We keep on pushing because we know that there's always lights at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, I've seen a couple of times, like from across the street where I live, there's this elderly man. He always tries to help people, regardless of social status or ethnicity. He gives out to the poor and also the needy.
Things are difficult, quite okay. But whatever you have, manage it. Don't be criticize the government. Stay, no matter how bad things you say, they always go back to you. So you need to be careful the way you talk, whatever you feel you can make with your struggling. You make things out of it. So don't say because things hard times, begin stealing, go here and there, begin duping people because of hard time. No, you will not survive it.
A good Nigerian can survive by a side hustle and by engaging yourself by different trades like tailoring, hairdressing, shoemaking. And if you did not have a shop, you can be selling your product through online. And if you have a car, you can use your car for Uber and also by farming.
I've actually experienced personally, when I was in a commercial vehicle coming to work, and I realized I was not with my purse. Like, I didn't have any cash on me to pay. And you know how commercial drivers are now. They will not want to collect transfer. They'll think you want to scam them. I had to talk to the lady beside me. In fact, it took me a lot to even tell her, because I don't know how she was going to react to it, that please, can I transfer to you so you could give me cash if you have cash? She was like, it's fine. Do you know she gave me the cash? And she said I should not even bother transferring. I was like, wow.
We are back from the streets, and I will say thank you, Benny Ocholi, for that walk around the streets. The question still remains, I mean, we have so many opinions. The question still remains, who is a real or true Nigerian? To answer these questions and more, we have our guest in the house. We're excited, and it is my honor and pleasure to start introductions. And I'll start with Reverend Joseph John Hayab. He is a former commissioner of information. No, I'm mixing it up. He is the country director of Global Peace Foundation, Nigeria. Let's see his profile.
Weekend Deal. I know you are a family member. From Abrahamic Mission to Weekend Deal, you've been touring. It's great to welcome you back home. Okay. Okay, welcome you back home. Okay, thank you for joining us again today to celebrate Patriots in Nigeria. Okay, we continue to welcome our guests. They are here. It's gentlemen with excellence. And that's how we bring forth Honorable Midala Usman Balami, member representing Askira Uba Hawul Federal Constituency in Benue, in Borno State. His profile is next.
Welcome, sir, to Weekend Deal.
Thank you, Patience. Thank you, Thema. Good morning, Nigerians.
And you're looking amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, the real Nigerians. I like the white. Okay, we're not done with our guest here.
Thank you.
I told him when we spoke behind the scene that welcome back home. And there's a reason for that. And that's because he's a family member, one of our great pioneers. And it's my honor to welcome back to the Weekend Deal studio, Comrade Ahmad Sajo. He is a former commissioner for information at Damawa State, a true Nigerian. Sir, you're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't think I need any profile. I'm a member of the family.
That's what I said.
Okay. Pioneer member.
Anyway, hold your horses. Hold your horses. We are going on a break. The conversation will begin. Don't go away.
Well, some of the amazing Nigerians are here, you know, and we're asking you earlier, is it about the colors? That's the green, white, green we wear with pride. Is it about our accent? Is it about the passports? What embodies you and gives you pride and dignity when you say, I'm a Nigerian? And after you wear the cloak with pride, how do you present yourself beyond the shores of Nigeria and showcase the greatness and the kin spirit in every Nigerian? Our guests are here. The discussion is about to start. I will start with Reverend Joseph. Many say Nigeria is a praying nation. We have Muslims are going to mosque every Friday, praying 5 times a day. Christians are singing, releasing gospel tunes all the time. We're praying together, singing in harmony. And we're known for our entertainment revenue and clout all over the world. Beyond that, what embodies a true Nigerian? And how are we presenting ourselves, talking about kinship with one another?
Thank you very much, fellow Nigerians. I must say with pride that before we even talk about a real Nigerian, we have to first acknowledge that Nigeria as an entity is a great nation. A wonderful place where everybody desire to be, including those who sometimes speak negatively about us. The beauty of this country is that God has endowed this country with great human and natural resources. But let's look at who a real Nigerian is, and this is what we are trying to explain this morning. A real Nigerian can be someone who is envisioned to embodies our core values. The value of love, care, respect. You know, I had this visitor who came to me, or a lady who I actually joined them in marriage a few years ago, and she came with her son. She's from Borno. Interestingly, Honorable, you're here. She married a Yoruba man, and they brought her kids to come and see me. They don't live in this country, they live in Qatar. And the moment the young boy came, his mother, who is a typical Borno woman, was asking him to prostrate and to show the culture of where he comes from, you know. And the young boy put, I was so fascinated that, look, this is the beauty of what Nigerian is. And so in this country, when we talk about real Nigeria, we're talking about people or individuals who embodies the core values of this country or the core values of Nigeria. And these values are everywhere. The culture, they celebrate their culture with pride. There is commitment to the nation development. There are people who recognize and appreciate Nigeria with her rich diversity, as I've explained. They don't come to talk about North, South. They don't come to talk about Christian, Muslim. They don't come to talk about Hausa, Yoruba. They talk about Nigeria. They see themselves as Nigeria. They celebrate that common identity. Of course, we use the green, white, green because we really need to have a color. But there is something in us that goes beyond just a mere color. And that's what unites us. You know, sometimes when you look around us and you think of what is happening, like one unfortunate thing that happened yesterday in Mangu, when some people from Kaduna were traveling and they were mobs attacked them. But you still find that between us, there is something that binds us. There's something that unites us. And I like the way it happened yesterday. Yes, people were killed, we are in pains, but the language our governor came out to speak about it, and the response of the governor of Plateau State shows that Nigerians still celebrate that together and still see themselves as one. Look, there is something about us that is so unique and sweet. That's why the trouble you find in Nigeria, despite the pains of it, give us within hours or days, you will find that we have reunited because there is something in us that is stronger than that thing that people keep bringing in the front banner to show that we are divided. We are really not as they think. We are more united, we are more caring, we are more loving, we see each other as one more than people, because we sometimes allow the few groups to magnify those tiny things that hurt us than the majority things out there that makes us alive. Have you seen a common Nigerian woman? Because sometimes we think that some people are not. The contribution she brings to the table is far higher than even what you call, I'm sorry, with due respect, a senator, a governor, or whatever. That is the Nigerian spirit. And that's what makes us Nigerian. Because when you see her, then you will know this is Nigeria. She would do it with joy. She would do it with pride.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Strength in the face of diversity and uniting despite our differences remains our strength. Now, Honorable, as a Nigerian man looking so elegant, what makes you proud as a Nigerian? Just tell me the things that will make you like, thank God I'm a Nigerian.
Thank you, Patient, for this opportunity, and thank you, Nigerians, for having this conversation on the table. I would quickly want to say that First of all, as a human being, as for me, I have a straight accountability with God. The most unique thing about life is that you don't wait for people to establish accountability for you. The day you are born, the values, the respect, the diversity. In fact, what makes Nigeria so unique is not just about our numbers. Yes, we have the population, but our diversity makes us so unique and make Nigeria in a format that if we really understand how we can work together, Nigeria will be greater than where we are even today. You know, more often than not, if you have something that is very unique and you don't know how to use it to your own advantage, it becomes a disadvantage for you. God created Nigeria in this format because God loves us as Nigerians.
That's right.
And everywhere you've seen in Nigeria, we've been making differences. Go to every sector. You see that Nigerians are making headlines all over. Sometimes we hardly even talk about the positive things.
Yes.
And you are aware that negative things travel faster than even the positive things. But we should not lose hope. We should understand that we are on a great beginning. And I'm sure that if we are able to leverage on these good values as enumerated by the Reverend, and we utilize it very well, then we can forge ahead. But I want to say this also and put it very clear. Our system needs to be strengthened.
True.
If people can mob travelers on the road and kill them just because of their perceptions of their identity, I don't think this should just go on the carpet. The Nigeria must be decisive.
That's right.
Must take action and hold people accountable to their actions. It gives strength and protect the vulnerable. If this is not done, then you have the likelihood of people trying to now say, okay, if others have done so in so angle and nothing was done, then it will be repeated in what I think we have gone to a level that sometimes at my age I tell myself that I have a temporary life to live.
That's right.
The only thing I can project forward is the impact that I'm able to project to other people, to learn from, to leverage on, and be able to live peacefully. You cannot coexist without being alive. You cannot make impact. Well, you must be alive to be able to coexist and relate with your brother and develop. So for me, I will say that all Nigerians should put peaceful coexistence as the forehead with everyone, irrespective of your tribe, your religion, wherever you're coming from. That should not be the basis. God that created us knows that we are far better together and being apart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Honorable, that's so brilliant. You know, we're better together. We all say that God does not make mistakes.
That's
and
right.
if we agree that he does not make mistakes, there's a way we must comport ourselves to represent that. Okay, let me talk with our brother, one of the pioneers, you know, with the Nigerian Television Authority. And thankfully, the NTA does not rest on its oars often. We're always projecting the unity, the uniqueness in our diversity, and we want more Nigerians to key into that so that Nigeria can continue to present herself on the global stage. Okay. Okay, you're already smiling.
A veteran is home.
Yes. And we love you for coming and for being a part of this conversation. So let me say our veteran, our elder. We often say that elders see things, even when they are seated, that young people cannot see from the tallest palm tree. Bring your experience and the relevance of it to the table so that young people can really listen and take something away. We don't have to, each of us were born and built in a different way, but it's that uniqueness we must synergize and strengthen the core of our Nigerian spirit. Are we getting it right? If not, what are the things we can do as individuals? We heard Honorable say his own accountability is with God. Maybe people see it differently, but while we are here, peace must reign, unity must shine, our diversity must take us to the next level. Tell us how to use what we have now to leapfrog?
Thank you very much. I think as the oldest person here, let me talk to you from some experience.
That's right.
The first thing any country, any nation, any individual should consider as his or her or its core value is its reputation.
That's right.
Reputation that is built on integrity.
That's right.
Outside that, you are not, existing optimally. And that is our major challenge as a country today. That we have not made a lot of conscious effort to protect our reputation, and that's why people are questioning certain Nigerianness.
We need to ask you, Elder, to hold your thoughts a bit. We're coming to do some technical manipulation there to get the best audio output, but meanwhile, we'll go to Lokoja. Lokoja has focused on subtle arts of patriotism. We'll take that now.
Patriotism, they say, is about waving the flag, singing the anthem, and defending the country on the global stage. Here in Nigeria, patriotism wears a quieter face. It moves in a subtle act and small but mighty gestures that keep the hearts of the nation beating.
Nigeria, we hail you, our own native flag.
Patriotism, to me, I see it as being a good citizen of this our country, Nigeria. And then, so that if everything is well in our country, we'll be able to go out there and raise our shoulder as a Nigerian.
Meet the true Nigerians, not the ones waiting for change to come, but the ones becoming the change, one day at a time.
I've been doing this job for good 18 years now. And by special grace of God, the job has put food in my table. And with that, I have achieved a lot from this job. And not just only that, with this job, I was unable to do most things for myself. As a good citizen of this country, I believe that the federal government do not have the capacity to provide white-collar job anymore for every Nigerians. So I believe as a Nigerian, you have to survive. No matter how it is, get yourself engaged by doing something, no matter how little.
Here is Tijani, a tricycle rider who showcases his patriotism by obeying the traffic even when others are in a rush.
If I break, the thing will affect me. I'm a good citizen. That is why I no break the law.
On the other hand, we have Aisha, a tomato seller who demonstrates her responsibility as a parent through hard work and dedication.
I'm married. My husband stayed with me only 3 years, 2002. I born twins, firstborn twins. Second one, 1 year, 1 month. Alhamdulillah, I don't stay for any man and any woman to assist me. Now only this tomato, pepper, shombo. Parcel, they do small dara. This condition, daily condition. Every month, I will keep it to pay my children's school fees.
This is Mr. Joseph, a teacher at Crowther Memorial College, Lokoja. Mr. Ibe has dedicated over 30 years of service, inspiring students with high spirits and passion.
Patriotism to me, to see that the people I am assigned to teach gain from me, gain what they are supposed to get. And right from the time I started, I have passion for younger ones. I always want them to be great people, and I dedicate my time to them.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Oyiza, a librarian, curates knowledge with quiet devotion. Every shelf here whispers a tale of her patience and purpose.
Patriotism is the love
for your country and the willingness to sacrifice. So I'm a Liberian by profession, and in the field of librarianship, our major duty is to make sure all users that comes to the library, personally for myself, that all users that comes to the library are satisfied. They leave happy than they come.
Across our cities and towns, in queues at traffic stops or during sanitation, Nigerians are rising quietly. We speak well of our country. We guard public property and we show courtesy to our nation. Because patriotism is not just in shouting, it is in showing every day in small but powerful ways.
We are Nigeria, strengthening unity. We know they carry lives.
You're welcome back. Thank you so much, NTA Lokoja. Before we went on that way, we allowed NTA Lokoja join us. Our daddy here was actually talking, and I would allow him to continue in your thoughts, please.
I think I said, you know, every nation, every individual, every system, you know, has its core asset, and that core asset is its reputation, built on integrity. In anything you do as a Nigerian, to prove you are a Nigerian, then you must protect the reputation of the country. And I will tell you, you know, I've experienced losing my Nigerianness. When Boko Haram overrode my hometown, changed the name from Mubi to Madinatul Islam, technically at that point in time, I was not a Nigerian. I was a citizen of an enclave, a caliphate. And I'm sure Honorable suffered the same thing. But let me tell you one thing that stands Nigeria out. Our resilience and our hope. When the Boko Haram entered my hometown, they destroyed the town completely. They took everything, removed even gates and doors from homes. He knows what I'm saying. Gaza, where he comes from, is in history as being the only place in the world where Muslim women bury the dead in the graveyard because there were no men to bury the dead. We went through this. But I tell you, when I took the Japanese ambassador, after about 2 years of the recovery of Mubi, I took the Japanese ambassador back to go and see what happened in Mubi. And when he saw the recovery, he said, even in his hometown of Kobe, that suffered an earthquake, the recovery was not as fast as it happened in Mubi. Amazing. Nigerians are resilient, Nigerians are strong-willed, Nigerians are hopeful. The only thing that is failing Nigerians is the institutional system that we have allowed not to grow as our country. We are growing very strong individuals that are pretending over very weak institutions. And because our institutions are weak, we are facing difficulties in even identifying ourselves as Nigerians. I am happy. I am lucky. I can contextualize being a Nigerian. Half of my family is in Cameroon. I go there once in a while, and I know what it is to be in another country, you know, other than Nigeria. Nigeria is a very, very good country. I just came back from Uyo. I'm a member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. I contested for the position of a member of the Governing Council of the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. I'm from Adamawa State. We had only 8 delegates from Adamawa, but I scored 440 votes.
Wow, that's the Nigerian spirit.
That means Nigerians. You know, I was not relying on my state. I was not relying on the north. I was not relying on any. I was relying on Nigerians.
Oh, my goodness.
And Nigerians rallied around me, which means Nigerians in their core rally around each other. Right. We support each other. The only thing that we need to get right is the institutional framework for the protection and of everybody an institutional framework that gives everybody hope, an institutional framework that makes everybody believe that the system can provide shared prosperity, shared...
I think that's the point, Elder Sajo. I think one of the best part of Nigeria, most especially you people that are older, these new generations, what we've seen is that we've seen a very weak system. A system that you have a lot of young people graduating from school, no work, no source of employment or skill acquisition training for the young unemployed people to leverage on. And the system begin to look at it as if it is your own work to be able to, is your own responsibility to find things for yourself. And the younger generation are losing this kind of real confidence that a Nigerian should have for its own country.
Honorable, it's simple. I'll just tell you, it's very simple. Yes. My Lord, the Reverend, you have to understand one thing. In Nigeria, we expect government to do everything. Government is an enabler. And what government does is to create enablement for opportunities to be made available to people. But the exploitation of that opportunity to earn, to have a shared prosperity, is the responsibility of everybody. But here is a country where somebody will carry the dirty in his house, come and drop in the gutter in front of his own house.
Okay. And we've not heard the Reverend's voice for a bit. Reverend, let's talk about
but let me land.
No, it's important. I want to say something once he's done here.
Let me land. Once you drop it there, then when there is a flood and it enters your house, you blame government.
Yes, I agree.
We need to begin to think that first, government must create the enablement for opportunities to be available to people. And then secondly, people must begin to realize that we are supposed to have a shared responsibility for the development of our country and the shared prosperity for the progress of our country.
Amazing.
Yeah, comrade, let me put it this way. What you have just said happened because in your generation, it was about integration, not segregation.
Okay.
Because in that generation, people went to school not as Muslims or Christians, but as Nigerians.
And not as rich children
or poor children. So they were in the same class, studying under the same teacher, respecting and honoring the same teacher, listening to instruction from the same teacher. The interesting part of what I've heard from some of his generational people is that the son of the poorest was even better in scoring than the son of the rich man or the influential people. And so the respect is that, oh, this man is good in this subject, I will go and ask from him. But we come to a generation where there is prejudice among us. I first don't trust you because like we're talking about what happened, I don't trust you just by mere seeing you or by the color of dress you wear or the pattern of mood or your dressing or the language you communicate with me. And how can we grow like that? But you still know that when you go to the grassroots, you will see that those young people don't necessarily see others as enemies. They are manipulated to think that others are enemies by the same system, those who benefited from his system. So until and unless we start helping to bridge the gap so that people will, I'll set an example, I'm from Kaduna State. There are some communities in Kaduna that the young children in the last 20 years have never been to one class, either as nursery, primary, or secondary school with someone that is not of their faith, of their tribe. What do you expect them? I know people who went to mission schools and today they are still the chief imams. So going to a mission Christian school do not stop you from being a Muslim. Yes. I know people who went to a school in faraway Kwara, in faraway Lagos, and they still come back and they are passionate northerners. Going to school there do not stop you from being... Thank you. From Southern Kaduna. He grew up in Sokoto.
Yes.
Okay. So, you see, these are the things we want to see happening. So, Nigerian is so blessed, and our young children are willing to test that good thing you test it.
Okay.
And we must allow them test it. Let's stop confusing them and introducing prejudice into their minds to start thinking the other one is an enemy. Of course, we're seated here with the man from Goza, and there's nothing...
From Howell.
God bless you. Wonderful. And he just shared the story of Mubi, a place I've desired to go all my life because of what I know about Mubi. So there are great things happening. Can we start amplifying them?
Thank you very much, Reverend. You know, our aim here is to redefine who we are. And from this point on, do it the right way, enabling everyone's strength. You have a strength, you have a strength, you have a strength, I do. If we work together, we go further and we last longer. Well, we are here because of those who watch us. Let's see their take on all this amazing discourse. Someone says, hello, my name is Reverend Giang Peter from Kaduna State. Is he a reverend, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, great. He said, good morning, guests in the house. Nigerians should see their uniqueness. We indeed are a unique people. Yes, there are immense challenges. But if we focus on the positives, there's no doubt we will do better than we are doing now. We must come together as one. Thank you, Reverend Peter. Okay. Someone say, with all that I see on the table now, it is challenging for me to call myself a true Nigerian. Boy, you didn't tell us your name or where you're reaching us from. Someone is asking, how can I be a true Nigerian? Amazing. Adeyemi Oyewumi is reaching us from Osun State. He said, God bless Nigeria. I'm proud to be in Nigeria no matter what. Just like us here. Well, as we're moving, patience, see my step,
like this, man.
Reverend,
Elder.
That's it, Nigeria for life. Prospero, take it from there.
The same God who was there for you in the midnight hour. I don't know what you go through, but I see situations overwhelm you. Sometimes it be like say Jehovah, know they talk true. Women no manner, or they can say don't they feel you. Hit in your rock, I know they go well. I feel about I can wait, you know they sell. Enemy that they give you cannot tell. See, all is not well. I see you fighting and fighting, see you praying and fasting. Then you take a look around, it be like nothing they happen. Gotta incline your ears, know the voice from heaven. Nah, book it in, so I'm taking your troubles. Jehovah, he can promise you will never fail. Every of his word, he say an amen. What's going on? But he trying to keep better, cause it is well with you. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Listen, listen, listen. Weeping endures for a night. Joy will come in the morning. Weeping endures for a night. Joy will come in the morning. 'Cause all we need is one love. All we need is one love. All we need is one love. Just to look out for one another. Yeah. One love. Keep us together. Yeah. One love. Keep us us together. One love, keep us together, yeah. At the end of the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel, yeah. At the end of the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel, there is light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, the grass is greener at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, I see light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, there is hope at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, Nigeria will be better at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the, it go better for you at the end of the tunnel. Hey, at the end of the tunnel, I know that at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, you will smile at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, you will well at the end of the tunnel. There is joy at the end of the tunnel. Oh, what is green will be greener yet at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, one love will keep us together. Hey, Bezina.
Bezina, one love keeps us together. It will be good at the end of the tunnel. Nigerians, think about Nigerians. When we travel abroad, the Nigerianness in us does not go away. That's why Nigerians can go abroad and shine and shine and shine. Cecil Egbele was telling us how Nigerians are flying our flags bright, green and white abroad. Cecil, show us.
You know, there are a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora doing great things, and the Japa culture, everyone wants to Japa. So when you Japa, the big deal is, what do you do when you Japa? How do you stay patriotic to your home country, Nigeria? And that is what I will be asking my friends that I'll be catching up with, and I want to find out how Nigerian they are. I'll tell you about me. I have a very Nigerian in my hair, in my outfits, in my language, in my cooking. You know what? I think I eat more Nigerian food here in the US than I eat back home in Nigeria. Okay, maybe not exactly, but anyhow. But that's it. That's part of how I try to represent my Nigerianness. How do you do that if you're abroad? Well, let's find out from my friends in a bit.
I've been very passionate about flying the Nigerian flag. Proud of my heritage, proud of where I'm from, but also being open to learning the environment that I am. I think that's a very good balance, which sometimes I believe we don't always get right, because like certain times you find people in silos where they're stuck within the Nigerian community, or you find the other extreme where people completely don't want to associate with the Nigerian community. For me, I think the beauty about being here is being able to, in the fullness of your identity, explore the opportunities that the country has to give.
There's something you know how to do best, and it's to be Nigerian. And you need to represent who you are in any of these spaces, because they do not know your culture more than you do. And I've carried that thought with me everywhere that I present. I am proud of my culture. I'm proud of my identity. And even in the stories that we're telling, there's a different perspective that I bring to the table. So I always encourage that you accept that person, accept your experiences, accept who you are, and it will open doors for you. When I wear like Ankara to the office and it looks nice, I'm like, oh, where's this from? Recently I was talking to a colleague, we're working on a documentary, and I saw her wear this Adire cloth, and I asked her, where did she get this from? And we struck up a whole conversation about, Adire and the history and all of those things. So I think people are just more so curious, and when they're curious, you just like share stories, share experiences.
How I'm representing, I think I try to do that in who I am. I think that, and that's what we all try to do. I don't know, but yeah, I try to do that in how I am, in how we relate, how we try to build bridges, help each other. My Mr. brother right here. And, I think that it's just brotherhood, community, just trying to support each other as best as we can. We have our differences, yes, but looking beyond the differences, understanding that if we want to get where we want to get to, then it's better, again, we enjoy the community we can and build on it. Good thing.
Yeah, I don't think there's one way to be Nigerian. You know, to be Nigerian is not to be a monolith. There's a wide array of cultures, there's a wide array of languages, there's a wide array of foods in the community. But I think one thing that holds everyone, whether you're Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, you know, Edo, is value system. You know, is that work ethic, is that mindset that no matter what is in front of you, you are committed to overcoming the obstacle.
Well done. Oh, thank you for all the work that they do, because people realize, say, for America, Nigerians sabi, for any field, we know they play. As they say, we know they carry last. So more that continues to keep the flag flying. We day together.
Shout out to everybody we did from Abuja, different parts of Lagos, Bariga. We got a day, and we don't represent from Tete. We don't move from Tete. We don't do from childhood. You know, for all of you guys we did. We still did it, all of it. You go better, you always better, right? So shout out everybody, keep believing. We did, we got a deal.
Yes, sir. My people, you know, Yamba, I believe they shall call you Yamba Lagos, Kusta Primary School. Now, I don't see how they go. So I sabi now, I know say I they represent you now. You know, one step at a time, we did here. So my people, I support you now. Much love, much grace, much appreciation.
I did hello, open a day okay. I did Yankee right now, but I did greet enough for that side though. I hope you're all doing good. I'm mixing the English.
Okay, that's it. You've seen that wherever you go, north, south, east, and west, whatever part of the world, stay patriotic, fly the Nigeria flag like I do. All right, it's Cecil signing out.
Hey, Cecilio! We celebrate you. That's our sister. And of course, we're doing it together. You're flying it there. We're flying it here with pride. We have one amazing real Nigerian here. We've seen him perform outside in front of dignitaries, top great people, and this guy maintains confidence and the patriotic spirit. Please, let's welcome, greet, and make very comfortable here today a real Nigerian. He is Muhammad Sanusi. He's from Katsina, but first, he's a Nigerian. His profile is next.
Yes.
My name is Mohammed Al-Amin Sanusi, a voice for the voiceless, a voice for the youth, a proud youth advocate and an advocate of the SDG. This morning, I want to perform my masterpiece to you all, titled The Real Nigerian. A pretty little girl stood under a tree, letting her mind to wander to and fro. She battles to expel her endless pain, but all of her efforts ended in vain. Right from when she was born, nothing went right. Mental agony and misery bound her tight. Of course, misfortunes never come single. With her, fever and hunger always mingle. With her, life is nothing but a bitter salt. All that she wants now is just a lifting hands as she staggered without a firm stand. The call for peace, as we all know, is very important in our life. It's essential to our overall well-being. However, this is something that has been regrettably eluded us for years and years in this world. All conflict and disagreement throughout human history, which have left our world and so many people in its deplorable, emotional and physical states. This should not be the case. Hello friends, have you ever considered what the world suffered in the most unfortunate and highly destructive? 2 world wars in the first half of the 20th century, which twice in our lifetime and has brought untold sorrow to mankind. The blood-soaked shreds of humanity, that lay scattered in several hundred battlegrounds. Particularly on the soil of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they cried for peace and peace on this earth. The recent killings in Benue State, the recent killing in Plateau and across Nigeria is something we all have to look into. Since 1945, the United Nations and its specialized agency, several associations and institutions, international peace movements, global and national level of the human rights movements. In fact, all of the members of the international community and the West African and the African community have been strongly advocating for the need and the preservation and the promotion of peace against war. I still wonder why Nigeria, my country, has chosen to I still wonder why Nigeria, my country, have chosen to go towards the direction of conflict and not peace. If this continues, any chance of peace will be lost. My dear Nigerians, aren't we tired? Aren't we tired of the cries of a young boy in the city running wild? The cries of a mother who just lost another child? The cries of the people that have nothing else to do, everything they have lived for have been wasted and abused. The cries of the river that has nowhere to flow. And that pride of the river has been lost so long ago, and that cry is for a reason that only heaven knows. Where do we go wrong? And how can we go on? Only hope remains the answer. There are so many questions. When will all of this trouble cease? Would we ever live in peace? I believe in the people if they only have a chance. The hope in the future, and the future is in our hands. It's high time we all come together, embrace our differences, because Nigeria, our culture is something that should unite us and not to divide us. Nigeria kasar mu ne a uwana. Menene sai hana mu haɗa kai mu bar kiyamar juna. Nigeria yau ni ba jawo. Nigeria ga yi me bi kwao. So let's all come together, regardless of our diversity or ethnicity, to make this great nation a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I remain Muhammad Al-Amin Sanusi, Mass Inspires. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Woo! Take a bow. Take a bow, baby. Come on.
Sit here. Come on.
Ooh, she didn't say so.
Woo! Mohammed. All right. With this, we're going to NTA Mina. I have no words. I have no words to say. NTA Mina, join the conversation right now. Mohammed, that was amazing.
NTA Mina,
we are going to NTA Mina.
Nigerian dream.
Let's go to NTA Mina. I have no words to say. NTA Mina, take it away.
In the heart of Nigeria, beneath the dust of challenge and the pulse of resilience, a new question is rising. Which way Nigeria?
I grew up hearing about the Nigeria dream. Unity, dignity, opportunity. But somewhere, we lost the map. Still, I believe we can find our way back. It starts with us, the youth.
From the streets of Minna to every corner of the country, the youth are speaking, not just with words, but with action.
This nation is basically built on sacrifice made by our forefathers for the building of this nation, sincerity of purpose, patriotism, and selfless service to nation development. That is what we met our forefathers, and those days, Nigerians were actually living together peacefully in harmony. People could travel from north to the south, south to the north, irrespective of your tribe, religion, what have you. We live peacefully in harmony with one another.
The power of unity is not just in slogans, it's in the quiet moments of togetherness, in building schools instead of fences, in sharing dreams, not dividing names. To rebuild Nigeria is not to start from the scratch, but to stitch the torn path with courage, with compassion, and with conviction.
We must teach our children that Nigeria is not just where they live, What I'm doing now, I'm not doing for myself, but for my country.
Our youths of nowadays, there is need for them to be patriotic and work for collective goal of this nation, irrespective of your background. You should work for sincerity, with sincerity of purpose, that will build a better Nigerian, that all of us will be proud to call our nation Nigeria.
I believe that based on wherever anybody have got, they see passion. That passion, Nigerian having value for lives and giving back to society is one of the key value that anybody should have as a young youth. We all, in fact, we can't leave everything to the hands of government to do it. We all have a collective effort and role to play. Now, if someone like me, single-handedly, have trained over 5,000 youths, I believe if every youth is coming to make an impact to society, there's going to be a total end to unemployment in Nigeria. So I urge all youth in Nigeria, irrespective of where you find yourself, irrespective of what you study, try to ask yourself one question. What can you do to add value to the country? What can you do to help your leaders? What can you do to create or put an end to joblessness in society? If you can ask yourself this question, definitely we're going to build a Nigerian of our dream. We're going to build a Nigerian with core values, integrity, and in fact, a lot of greater achievements.
The future of Nigeria is not a question. It is a responsibility. It is you. It is me. It is us.
Well, we all saw what Mohammed did, what he performed. He spoke truth to issues, and it behoves us as adult and responsible patriots to continue from there. But I want Honorable, our Elder, our Reverend to respond quickly to Mohammed's delivery.
Thank you so much. I think, Mohammed, I'm really impressed. And, you know, these have also gone to show the kind of positivity, that kind of optimism, and that kind of hope. Of course, comrades have said earlier that Nigerians, we are resilient people and we are so determined. So for me, I see it as a collective responsibility of all of us, most especially we, the young people, to come together to see what can we do better. How can we leverage on the most of our diversity and be able to project Nigeria forward. We must see it as our own personal responsibility that within this temporary life that God have given us, that we work together across all divides lines and ensure that we prioritize ourselves and we ensure that peace, we coexist together, promote peace among ourselves, and ensure that Nigeria that have made us so unique is projected. So that we have a platform where we can have many of Mohammed, many of John and Luca coming on this platform to make advocate for peace. I love it when you say we should have peace rather than conflict. God bless you.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, you to react to Mohammed.
No, Mohammed just destroyed one typical stereotype in this country. You know, we have these stereotypes that, well, people from certain parts of this country are not educated, certain people are educated. Mohammed has knocked that off. We also have this stereotype that people who attend public schools are weak educationally and that the best educations are obtained from private schools. Mohammed has knocked it off. But most importantly, we should be ashamed as elders, as elderly people in this country, that our young people like this are the ones telling us that we don't need to kill. Let me tell you, most of the conflicts, I have been part of conflict management in my state. Most of the conflicts are actually engineered by some power-hungry elites. There's nothing hidden about it. Power-hungry elites now use, micronationalism had become a means of climbing to the ladder of leadership, and for Nigerians today, leadership is not a responsibility. Leadership is a title, and because leadership is a title, we title. So Mohammed is telling us, all of us, in leadership, in as elders, as leaders, as responsible people, Mohammed is telling us that, look, we must change our system. But I will tell you that we're destroying our country gradually by ourselves, by our educational system. First and foremost, our children, Mohammed is fortunate. He is in a school where Nigerians from all walks of life are attending. These days, we establish schools in our villages, and only the children of that village, of the same environment, school. So the diversity that we ought to develop does not come to us at a young age like it has come to this young man. He understands our diversity because he's in a school where there is diversity.
Yes.
People who attend schools that are monolithic, everybody is from the same tribe, the same language, sometimes the same religion, do not understand the value of our diversity. That's one. Two, we are developing two different school systems that are dangerous for our country. Children of ordinary people are attending public schools. Children of well-to-do people are attending private schools. They don't even meet. Our own time, you cannot say who is whose son. I attended the same class with the children of the emir of my hometown. Wow. There was nothing like a big man sends his child to a different... So we did not just understand our diversity as a nation. I attended school in the 1960s in Mubi, Adamawa State, with Southerners in our class. But today, you are having schools that are separating us. So we have to be very careful.
All right. Thank you so much. We are running out of time. Mohammed, tell us about, you are the subject of conversation. You just heated up our conversation right now. Well done. Tell us about you. How old are you? When did you start speaking like this? What do you love about Nigeria? I don't know. There are so many questions, but if you can roll it together, I'll be glad. We will be glad.
Okay. So I'm Mohammed, and known as Mass Inspires, just as I've said earlier. So I started, the inspiration for speaking for the voiceless came when I was in grade school. Then, I was in a school of diverse background in which some students are being bullied and in which this school, is having some little challenges. So I was the type of person that's always come out to address such an issue, in public, in my classroom, sometimes in the assembly. And gradually, I began to gain passion for speaking and passion for poetry. So, it came to an extent when I was in my junior secondary school at Vantage Point Academy, Gwarimpa. So then, I was exposed to a class, a public speaking class by a man called Mr. Victor Uge. So then we were kind of having this type of classes every Friday in which we discuss about issues affecting our community, affecting Nigeria, and in which we in terms to address those issues in terms of spoken word, poetry, and public speaking. And I have been graced, I've been opportune to perform then in my junior secondary school at the Nigerian in Diaspora Investment Summit. That was one of the places in which I began my stage performance. Then Mrs. Abike W. Erewa, she invited our school, and she was honored to have me to perform on her event. And also
Talk about the future. Talk about the future. What do you want to be in future?
Okay, so
final word.
I'm sorry, just
it's okay.
Okay, so I'm a science student, but I have a passion for poetry. So and I also have passion for technology, AI, and robotics. And I just want to give few shout outs to Dr. Obi Asika, because he is someone that has been mentoring me and someone that has been coaching me since when we met. Him and the team of NCAC and that of the Federal Ministry of Art and Culture. I just want to say a big thank you to you all, and also
what about the NTA?
A big thank you to that of the NTA for this great opportunity for me to talk to Nigerians, for me to speak for the voiceless, and for me to speak for those youths that don't have the ability to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. We celebrate you.
We celebrate you,
We're proud of you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
I love that sense of gratitude.
Yes, it's
like
beautiful.
trying to remember everyone that have touched your life and giving back to him. It shows a
values.
very
Your mama did a good
value.
job. Your papa did a good job.
They have good values. Oh,
Yes.
good one, good one. Well done.
You have sense of entitlement.
A sense of entitlement.
Good one.
We love you. We love
Thank
you.
you. You know, nowadays, sometimes when you correct your youngest, I call them our siblings, younger people in society, some of them take exception to it. Yes, they become offended. And they now stay afar from you. Mohammed, we're proud of you. A few messages were coming in since you've been delivering your, doing some expertise here. You know, someone says, my name is Isiaka from Kuje. I like Mohammed. And contrary to what many people think, with despite not humble beginnings. Well done, Mohammed. Someone says, a real Nigerian. I celebrate the anchors. I celebrate our elder who is a veteran. I celebrate our honorable. And of course, I celebrate our reverend. Okay, thank you so much. Oladipupo Olakunle from Ikorodu, Lagos said, honestly, Mohammed, wow, you are such a wow. You spoke my mind. I want NTA to take this piece and ensure it goes viral nationwide. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's time to join sports, but briefly, someone is telling me that he knows our elder here. He was privileged to meet you many years ago, and that we should give him your contact so he can reach out to you after the show. With our elder veterans' permission, we will do just that. Well, it's time to join Godwin. Godwin, what's Osime doing? How is Oshuala? You are just telling us different things. We are those patriots. Well, Godwin, it's time for Sports Summit. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Mr. Godwin. It was good seeing Rashidat, the captain of Super Falcons. Keep the good work going. We're all rooting for you, and I'll say well done. Okay, so we're back to the studios, and it is almost time to go. I'm not really happy about that, and I'll start with our elder here. Please, comrade, tell us your final words, even as we wrap up the show.
No, I think it's, we thank God for everything, and I must commend NTA despite everything, and NTA is keeping the spirit that Nigeria's greatness is part of the mantra of the NTA right from day one, and we hope to continue like that, and that Nigeria would definitely be great.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Sir.
Thank you. Let me quickly say thank you to Nigerians for giving us opportunity to serve them, most especially my constituents. I was at home 2 weeks ago, had a very close engagement with them. One unique thing that I try to push, most especially my constituency, is to have that community engagement. It's an accountability by itself. People are freely telling me what they feel I should do, and some of the bills, the motion we have done, and some of the support we provided for them. I think one thing I will add is that to develop Nigeria is a collective responsibility. All leaders and the citizens of Nigeria, we should put our hands on decks and ensure that we make Nigeria better, because we are uniquely created by God, and ensure that we flourish in the land of honey.
Milk and honey.
Milk and honey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I want to especially thank Mohammed, and the messages are coming in droves for you. Nigeria celebrates you. More importantly, a gentleman, I can't read the entire message, is asking you passionately not to lose this Nigerianness in you. He's urging you to also take it forth. Spread it with the girls and boys you interact with. Ensure that the Nigerian spirit, or never say die spirit, goes beyond our shores and into the world, as we often do. May God bless you and lift you.
Thank you so much.
We can't read all your messages, but we thank you for sending them in.
You.
God bless you all.
Without you, our show is not complete. But the question I would ask, and go away with, is that what is it about us Nigerians that when somebody comes back, the first question is that you don't come? Why do we do that? You they chopped. Why do we ask questions when we see people doing the same thing that we're asking them? Why do we call every detergent Omo? Why every seasoning Maggi?
We are great people.
Why are we like that?
Nigeria.
We love ourselves. Yes, but don't go.
God bless our people. good life. Welcome to greatness. Welcome to hope. Welcome to Nigeria. We've been through many things, but we still stand together. Stop the quarrel, stop the fight, and everything will be alright. This ain't no brother in the jungle, brother Niger no be jungle. Cause you're my brother, you're my sister. So let us sing together, say God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless our people, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless my country, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless my people, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless my people, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. God bless my country, hey. God bless Nigeria, hey. Yeah, God bless and God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my people. Hey, God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my country. Oh, God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my people. Hey, God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my country. Oh, God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my people. Hey, God bless Nigeria. Hey, God bless my country. Oh, God bless Nigeria. Yeah, oh, God bless Nigeria. Yeah, everybody sing, say God bless Nigeria.